My name is Paul Amos. I am the lay leader of Aldersgate United Methodist Church. I've been involved in the Kingstowne project really from the beginning, and remember this discussion of planting a church, which at that time seemed foreign to me. I had no concept of what that meant, but I did understand the thought that there was an underserved community somewhere around Fort Belvoir. I again didn't really know how it was going to turn out, but there were a lot of people involved. And most importantly, now that I look back, I realize God was completely involved because there's no way we would have done this on our own. He had a plan, and we were his feet and hands for this action. And I remember the very early services where maybe there's only 15 people there. There's no one on staff. There's not a leadership team. There's nothing. There's a pastor and some volunteers in Island Creek Elementary. And here we are now, fast forward to 2021, we have a pastor, we have paid staff, there's a leadership team, and they have the congregation. That's 3 to 4 times the amount it really was the first time they met. And again, there's only one reason. There's only one reason that happened, and that's because God wanted this church, and we helped plan it.
My name is Alyssa, and I am the director of family ministry. This year, however, I took on a new role. I am currently the Wesley Seminary intern at the Kingstowne Communion. It's been a pretty special journey that really wouldn't have happened without Aldersgate's vision. I grew up in a Methodist church that's not that different from Aldersgate, although it's in Texas. And so stepping into this role of family ministry at a church without the structure and the programs and the budget of a well-established church, it was challenging. But it was a challenge that required me to think differently, to think courageously about how we do church. And many of our children and youth didn't grow up in Sunday school programs or attend vacation Bible school or take mission trips or do church lock-ins. And so I had to find a way to help them connect with the expansive love of God in a way that speaks to who they are and who God is. In doing that work, though, I realized that God was calling me to be something too. I realized that in many of the ways that I had lived my life, God had been pulling me into ministry. So this was not just a job, but it's like a waypoint on like this winding path of my life that God had planned for me. And I'm not sure that I could have so clearly discerned that if I had been anywhere other than the Kingstowne Communion. And so I ended up at Wesley Theological Seminary. But did you know that I'm not the only one? We currently at Kingstowne have two people as students at Wesley, and we have somebody else in neighborhood seminary. This incredible sending of disciples for the transformation of the world would never have been possible without Aldersgate's vision for multiplying beyond the walls of their Collingwood campus and into Kingstowne. But the equipping of disciples for the transformation of the world doesn't just end there. Did you know that we are currently offering our third year of confirmation? At Kingstowne, we currently have 12 youth involved in our confirmation program, many who are going to be confirmed this year on Pentecost. And Jesus tells us that we're supposed to go to the ends of the earth to create disciples. But sometimes when we go to the ends of the earth, we forget that we have a backyard. In planting Kingstowne, Aldersgate didn't forget that they had a backyard, and instead they forever changed what that backyard looks like. My life has been transformed by Aldersgate's vision. It's an incredible thing that you all have done.
Well, Alyssa, thank you so much. Those are flattering words. And I'll just say, on behalf of myself, the lay leader, and all of Aldersgate, we are absolutely thrilled to see Kingstowne community where they are. And they are doing more than we ever thought they would. We, I think, some envisioned in a building similar to us, and they're not. They are this free flowing, amorphous type of entity that meets people where they are all the time. And if you ever get lost or feel like you individually or corporately can't find your way, return to where you always have been, which is the Bible, because this book, God's word, will always lead you back and in the right path. And we're always here to help if we can. But we are amazed by what you did and what you're going to do. Thank you.